Guys, my match day 31 predictions were as good as Columbus Crew's performance in match day 31. It was the worst week ever for the Nerdy Soccer Guy. We got 0 matches correct. I know, I shouldn't point that out, but I am. I want to be transparent. There were only 6 matches, so let's just keep it there. But we've got to do better. Before we jump into match day 32 predictions, though, we have to take a look at the Nerdy Soccer table, and we've got a little bit of a change. Matt's picks is now tied with Cote at the number 1 spot with 28 points. Then we have a sole third place with Jay coming in with 25 points. Then we have a 3-way tie for 4th place at 23 points with Save Crystal Gaming, Sam, and Joey Betts. If you want to get involved, QR code is there on the screen. There's 3 matches out there for you to pick. You can still climb the table. I think if you could get, perfect from here through the playoffs, we're going all the way through the playoffs to the MLS Cup. So join in. It's a lot of fun. We finally have someone taking Cote on there. Cote has led in first place for multiple weeks in a row. But enough of that. Let's jump into match day 32 predictions. So to kick the match day off, we start with Atlanta United versus Nashville SC. Currently, Atlanta United 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Nashville 1 draw and 4 losses in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 2-match losing streak. Also, this match is out there for you to vote on for us to watch over the weekend. Right now, it is not winning. Hell is real is winning. But besides the fact, Atlanta United, 5 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses there at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Nashville on the road, 2 wins, 3 draws, and 8 losses. The win probability is in favor of Atlanta at 66%. Expected goals is 1.9 to 0.7, and I got to go with that. I think that Atlanta get the job done at home. Yes, they have been struggling, but they got a big road win against Charlotte in the last match day that they played, and I think they get the job done here 2-1 over Nashville SC. That leads us into CF Montreal versus Charlotte FC. Currently, Montreal are 1 win and 4 losses in their last 5 matches, currently on a 3-match losing streak, and they haven't scored in their last 2 home matches. Charlotte, on the other hand, 3 draws and 2 losses in their last 5 matches, coming off of that loss to Atlanta at home. Montreal, though, 4 wins, 5 draws, and 4 losses there at home. Charlotte, 4 wins, 3 draws, and 6 losses on the road. The win probability, it's pretty heavy in Charlotte's favor, even though they're on the road at 53%, and then 24% at a draw, and 23% for Montreal. The expected goals in this one's 1.6 for Charlotte, 1 goal for Montreal. I think Montreal gets 1 goal, but I think that Charlotte come out and make a statement, and they score 3. I think they go on the road here and get 3 points, 3-1 over Montreal. Next up, we have DC United versus NYCFC. Currently, DC United 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. NYCFC 1 win, 3 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. DC United currently on a 2-match winning streak, and both of those matches are on the road. DC at home, 4 wins, 3 draws, and 7 losses. So not a very good home record there, while NYCFC 3 wins, 4 draws, and 7 losses on the road. The win probability is in favor of NYCFC because they are averaging almost a goal on the road and only letting up about a goal, where DC United is letting up 2 goals there at home, so that is why the win probability is in favor of NYCFC. But I don't think that happens. I think that NYCFC go on the road and get a point here, and I think this match ends in a 2-2 draw there in Audi Field. Now, for one of the biggest matches this weekend, hell is real. FC Cincinnati versus Columbus Crew. Currently, Cincinnati 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches, where Columbus Crew 4 wins and a loss in their last 5 matches. Cincinnati at home, 7 wins, 2 draws, and 5 losses, where the Crew on the road are 7 wins, 3 draws, and 3 losses. It's crazy to think about this, but the win probability is at 60% for the Columbus Crew on the road. Do I think that's going to happen? I don't know. I'm not sure. The expected goals in this one is 1 for FC Cincinnati and 2 for the Columbus Crew. FC Cincinnati are averaging almost 2 goals there at home, but they are giving up 1.2, where the Crew are averaging scoring 2 and only allowing 1. And I actually have to go with the win probability on this one. I think with how bad Columbus lost against Seattle Sounders, yes, it's international break and the whole thing with the goalkeeper. I think that they turn it around here. I think they go to TQL, get the 3 points, and win this match 2-1 over Cincinnati. And that leads us into another good game I think that's going to happen this weekend. That's Inter Miami versus Philadelphia Union. Yes, Philadelphia has been very inconsistent this season, but I still think they're going to give them a pretty good match in this one. Currently, Inter Miami, 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches, where Philadelphia Union are 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Inter Miami at home, 9 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses, where Philadelphia Union are 4 wins, 5 draws, and 4 losses on the road. Win probability is pretty close in this one. It's 46%, for Inter Miami and 35% towards Philadelphia, and then only a 20% chance there for a draw. Expected goals is 2.3 for Miami, just 2 for Philadelphia. And I think that's what's going to happen. I know that Inter Miami are really good at home, but I just got a feeling that Philadelphia are going to go on the road and get a point here. And I think this match ends in a 2-2 draw there in Miami. Next up, we have Orlando City versus the New England Revolution. Currently, Orlando 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches, where the Revs 1 win, 3 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Orlando City at home are 4 wins, 4 draws, and 5 losses, where the Revs are 4 wins, 0 draws, and 8 losses on the road. The win probability is at 50% for Orlando, 26% for the Revs. The expected goals is pretty close in this one. I'm surprised that the win probability is so heavy in favor of Orlando City, but I think I got to go with Orlando City at home, even though the Revs are looking pretty decent here in their last 5 form. But I think that Orlando City get the job done at home and win this match 3-2 over the Revs. So we head into Canada for Toronto versus Austin FC. Currently, Toronto 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Austin 3 wins, 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Toronto at home 6 wins, no draws, and 7 losses, where Austin are 3 wins, 3 draws, and 7 losses on the road. The win probability is in favor of Toronto on this one. Austin have been very inconsistent. They picked it up, and then now they're back to inconsistency. But I think that they go on the road and get a point here. They give Toronto their first draw at home of the season, and this match ends in a 1-1 draw there in Toronto. Next up, we have the Chicago Fire versus the New York Red Bulls. Currently, Chicago 1 draw and 4 losses in their last 5 matches, currently on a 2-match losing streak. The Red Bulls 4 draws and a loss in their last 5 matches. The Fire at home 4 wins, 3 draws, 7 losses, where the Red Bulls are 3 wins, 7 draws, and 4 losses on the road. The win probability is in heavy favor of the Red Bulls at 58%. Expected goals is 2 for the Red Bulls, 1 for the Fire. I think it's going to be similar to that. Red Bulls, you got to get back on track for me. I'm rooting for you. I want you all to finish at the top of the table there in the East, and I think that you have to start here. And I believe that the Red Bulls go on the road here, win this match 2-0 over the Chicago Fire. So now we head on down to Texas for Houston Dynamo versus Real Salt Lake. And before I jump into this, I have to apologize to the Dynamo. I picked against the Dynamo for the last 2 weeks where they have played LAFC, and I've picked LAFC to win those matches. And here they come out with a win and a draw there in Houston. So I'm sorry, Dynamo. I'm sorry, Dynamo fans, that I did not believe in you enough for them to even just get a draw like they did last weekend. Currently, Houston, though, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches, where Real Salt Lake 2 wins and 3 losses in their last 5. Houston at home, 4 wins, 6 draws, 3 losses, where RSL are 4 wins, 7 draws, and 3 losses on the road. The win probability in favor of Real Salt Lake, and then a 31% chance of a draw, and then only 27% for Houston Dynamo. Now, RSL do have some injuries there, so that is why they're not performing all that great in the last 5. This one was hard for me to pick, but I think Houston get it done there at home, and they win this match 2-1 over RSL. Then that leads us into St. Louis City versus Minnesota United. Currently, St. Louis City 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches, where Minnesota United 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. St. Louis at home, fairly mediocre. 5 wins, 5 draws, 4 losses, where Minnesota on the road, 5 wins, 2 draws, and 6 losses. Minnesota are in favor to win this one. The win probability is 48%. Expected goals is 1.1 for St. Louis, 1.6 for Minnesota for being on the road. I don't know why I'm going with this. I have picked St. Louis to win 13 times this season. They've only won it 4. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to pick St. Louis in this one. They're at City Park, and they need a big spark, and they need a dub, and this would be a good one to start with. And I think that they win this match 2-0 over Minnesota United. Now we head out west for Colorado Rapids versus Portland Timbers. Currently, Colorado 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Portland Timbers 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Colorado Rapids are unbeaten in their last 8 home games, so we got to take that in consideration on this one. Rapids at home, pretty good record, 8 wins, 3 draws, and 2 losses. The Timbers on the road, only 3 wins, 3 draws, and then 7 losses. The win probability is in favor of the Rapids at 49%. But with this being a rivalry game, I think that the Timbers go on the road and get a point. I don't think that they go on the road and get a dub, even though they have looked pretty good in their last 5 matches. But I think they go on the road, get a point, and I think this match ends in a 2-2 draw there in Colorado. Now for one of the 2 biggest matches this weekend, we go out to LA for El Tráfico. That is LA Galaxy versus LAFC. Currently, the Galaxy 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5, where LAFC are 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. LA Galaxy are unbeaten in their last 4 home matches. LAFC pretty good on the road. Galaxy at home, 10 wins, 3 draws, and only 1 loss, where LAFC 5 wins, 3 draws, and 4 losses on the road. The win probability is very close in this one, 40% to the Galaxy, 37% to LAFC. The expected goals is 1.6 to 1.6. I don't think we see that, though. I have to say we're going to see 5 goals. And the last time that they played El Tráfico at the Galaxy, LAFC won that match. But I don't think that happens here. I think LA Galaxy get the job done at home and win this match 3-2 over LAFC. Now, for our final match there on Saturday, we have Vancouver Whitecaps versus San Jose Earthquakes. Currently, the Whitecaps 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches, where the Earthquakes are 2 wins and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Vancouver Whitecaps 5 wins, 3 draws, and 4 losses there at home, where the Earthquakes are 2 wins, a draw, and 10 losses on the road. Heavily in favor of the Whitecaps to win this, and I have to go with it. I'm sorry, San Jose. I have to jump off the playoff train for you all, and I think that the Whitecaps win this match 3-1 there at home. And for our final match of the match day, we have Seattle Sounders versus Sporting Kansas City. Currently, Seattle 2 wins and 3 losses in their last 5 matches, where Sporting Kansas City are 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Seattle at home, 6 wins, 5 draws, 2 losses, where Sporting Kansas City only have 2 wins, 3 draws and 9 losses there on the road. Win probability is in favor of Seattle at 54%. Expected goals is 1.4 to 0.7. I'm going to have to go with this. I think Sporting Kansas City go on the road and get a draw there at Lumen Field and walk away with a point. And I think the match ends in a 1-1 draw there in Seattle. So that is it for the video. Please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like the content. Again, if you want to get involved with the predictions and get on the Nerdy Soccer table, QR code is there on the screen. And we will see you for the live stream on Saturday.